ask quite a lot, what's the main difference between your residency and permanent residency in New Zealand? We are going to tell you everything that you need to know in this video. People holding a resident visa or a permanent resident visa will have the right to live permanently in New Zealand, and of course will have access to health system and also to education system, and be able to study with local fees or domestic fees instead of international fees. The main difference between the two different residencies, the first one and the one that you acquire 2 years later, is the travel conditions. People holding the first residency, the one that you will normally gain once you get resident approved, will have travel conditions in those visas, and those travel conditions are normally for 24 months. That basically means that you will need to be in New Zealand the majority of that time, the majority of those 2 years in the country. Of course, you can go holidays and you can go and visit your family overseas for sure, but in order to apply for permanent residency, you need to be in New Zealand, or try to be in New Zealand before the expiry date of those travel conditions. After 2 years of holding the first residency, you will qualify to apply for permanent residency in New Zealand, as long as you show commitment to New Zealand. It's in one of the 5 following options. The first one is the time spent. The second option is being a New Zealand tax residency. The third option is if you have invested in New Zealand. The fourth option is having a business in New Zealand. And lastly, if you have established yourself in New Zealand, you will be able to gain permanent residency after those 2 years of holding your first residency. Generally speaking, applicants will have to wait 2 years to gain permanent residency once they got the first residency. There are a few exemptions to that rule, including people that have obtained work to resident visas under the accredited employer, earning a certain salary will immediately qualify to gain permanent residency to start with. And other options are those clients getting refugee status, they can gain permanent residency straight away, or particularly some applicants gaining residency through partnership of Kiwis or New Zealanders in New Zealand. Remember that after 5 years holding your first residency, you can qualify to apply for citizenship in New Zealand that will gain you or the possibility to obtain a Kiwi passport or a New Zealand passport to travel around the world. Here we are to help you with all the process to settle in this beautiful country. See you next time.